7 years ago, a college student broke his wrist in a bad skateboarding fall. He was far from home and in excruciating pain. But amid the ambulances and the emergency room visits, he found comfort in the most unlikely of places, the backseat of an Uber. Hi, and welcome to this channel. Today's video is one of hope and second chances. Even for our storyteller, 7 years ago, Joey Romano, then a senior at the University of Texas at Austin, was skating with friends near campus when he swerved to avoid a car and slammed into a ditch. His wrist was broken. I tried calling an ambulance, but I didn't have very good insurance and I was worried about the cost. Romano, now 29, tells newstoday.com. When driver Benny Lukumu arrived, Romano was still lying on the ground. Carefully, Lukumu helped him into the car, reclining the passenger seat to minimize movement and pain. Their first stop was urgent care, but Romano's injury was too serious and he was quickly sent to the emergency room. Lukumu insisted on driving Romano to the hospital at no charge, and then he found out that Romano had no family nearby to come help him. Lukumu had immigrated to the United States from the Congo at age 25 and knew what it was like to be far from loved ones. With a busy day of rides ahead of him, Lukumu looked at his young passenger, alone and in excruciating pain. It wasn't even a question for me. Lukumu, who now works in insurance, tells News, I was staying with Joey. He needed somebody to be by his side. Romano recalls how Lukumu took charge, signing him into the ER, and then sat with him from 2 to 8 p.m. until Romano's grandmother, who lives in Houston, made it to the hospital around the time he was being discharged. She offered Lukumu payment, which he politely refused. But he did agree to join them for dinner, a gesture that cemented a friendship lasting more than 7 years. Romano was at one of the lowest points of his life. His brother Johnny had died of leukemia at age 10 in 2008, and he was struggling badly with his grief. I became really insular. I could barely take care of myself, let alone others, he says. I just shut down and closed myself off. I became really cold. His voice thickens with emotion as he remembers how Lukumu pulled him out of that dark, isolating place. Benny absolutely changed my life, Romano says. Having him stay with me that day helped me see the good in the world again. Having someone show up when I was completely vulnerable and not asking for anything, just offering his time and kindness and support. It showed me there are good people in the world. Benny showed me that. These days, they check in on each other a couple of times a year. Lukumu hopes people will take from their story a message about the power of human connection. The world is so divided right now, he says. What we need is love and kindness. And speaking of love and kindness, you are watching this channel.